Hi there, this morning we're going to talk to you about berries and growing berries, which are one of my favourite crops, because who wants to stand in line at Christmas time buying your berries when it's so easy to grow them yourself? So here in my little covered berry cage, on this side I've got my Thornless Jewel, and on this side I've got my Berry Delight. Thornless Jewel is slightly earlier than Berry Delight, as you can see, and we're just going to talk briefly today about one of the diseases that berries can get, which is absolutely devastating once you've done all this hard work of training and really waiting for your berries, is that they can get dryberry. And it starts at this stage, really. You can notice that the berry gets a bit dry. It forms to this stage, and then later on it just stays looking like this, and then sort of it gets a little bit dry looking, and then eventually you start wondering, why are my berries not developing any further? And I've only had dryberry once, and it was absolutely devastating because I was so looking forward to my berries, and then nothing happened. So the key thing is to spray them at bud burst and petal fall. So here we have the perfect stage. We've got some petals have fallen off, some petals are still on. This is the perfect time to spray. Over here we're too late because all your petals have gone and you've actually got your berries. So it's at this stage that you need to spray with copper, which is organic, and spray it a couple of times, 2 or 3 times, about 10 to 14 days apart. That's all you need to do to ensure that you've got those gorgeous berries at Christmas. So here I am a little bit further down the berry cage with my raspberries, which is Phil's favourite, so we really have to be careful about these. As you can see, we just have the beginnings of rust, which are these little orange bumpy looking bits on your leaves. Now it's really important, the easiest way if you've just got a little bit of rust is to take it off and take it away and destroy it, put it in the rubbish bin. If you've got a lot of rust, or to prevent it spreading, you really need to spray and use as a preventative spray, and use your copper and oil probably every couple of weeks, just to make sure that it doesn't spread. And lastly, the one thing that really riles gardeners is when they pick their berries, they've got little caterpillars inside the berry itself, and this is the Raspberry Bud Moth caterpillar. So to fix that, if you start spraying with Maverick and End Spray oil just at leaf burst and up until 2 weeks prior to harvest, you'll ensure you don't get those nasty little caterpillars inside your raspberries, because they do look, I don't suppose they don't, probably don't taste that bad, but they do look awful. And they're quite small, and an infestation of them really can be quite devastating for your raspberry crop. It's important to feed your berries if you want a really big bountiful harvest, and I choose to use the ican fruit food. It's got everything that your berries need to keep them nice and deep green and produce lots of berries. It's great at promoting healthy growth and big bountiful crops. And finally, if you do have any issues with growing, I do recommend this book. It's a great book to have on hand, because if you're going to spend time growing your berries, you really want to be successful, and nothing beats big bucketfuls of berries at Christmas time. So if you follow these simple recommendations we told you today, you could be picking 65 kilos off a patch just the size as I did 2 years ago. There's not a better feeling than growing your own, I can tell you.